Let's learn about inverse and direct relationships or proportions between variables. Something you may have learned about in algebra, or maybe you're in algebra and you came across this video, but it's important for chemistry and business and physics and all sorts of stuff. So when you see this example about pizza, think about the fact that this idea applies to lots of different things. So suppose we're planning a party and you're going to serve pizza by the slice. How much pizza does each person, including yourself, get? You plan on buying 24 slices of pizza, but you gotta plan it out because you don't know who's coming. It might be just you, or it might be 24 people, or some number in between. So let's write out how many slices per person everyone will get if it's just you. So if nobody comes to your party, you'll be sad, but you will get 24 slices of pizza all to yourself. If you and a friend come, then each of you gets 12 slices of pizza. And going down, if 3 people come, that's 8 slices per person. Let's say 24 people come to your party because you're super popular. Everybody gets 1 slice. We have the x variable and we have the y variable. And let's plot these points. If it's just you at your party, so that's going to be 1, which is right here, you're going to get all 24 slices to yourself. So we're going to put a dot here. Now, if you and a friend come, so that's going to be 2 people, that's going to be 12 slices per person, so we can put a dot here. And then if we have 3 people in attendance, that's going to be 8. Here we have our graph. Notice it goes swoop all the way down from a high number on one end and a low number on the other, down to a low number on one end and a high number on the other. So that effectively means that as the number of people goes up, the number of slices per person is going down. So there is something opposite going on here. Let's go back up to the problem to identify something that's really interesting. No matter how many people come to this party, you've decided that you're buying 24 slices of pizza. That means that 24 is something we call K. It doesn't have to be K, but K is just a common representation of the constant, or something that's the same no matter what. Whether it's 1 person, 3 people, 6 people, or 24 people at your party, you're buying 24 slices of pizza. So what kind of mathematical relationship is this? This is considered an inverse proportion between these two variables. It's an inverse relationship. That basically just means that as one variable increases, the other variable is going to decrease. Or as one variable decreases, the other one is going to increase. The generic equation is this: y is equal to k over x. Now you might also see the relationship written out as y is proportional to 1 over x. These two notations effectively communicate the same thing. They're basically saying as this denominator goes up, more and more people come, right? As this denominator increases bigger and bigger, the value of the fraction, which is the number of slices per person in our case, will go down. Larger and larger x, smaller and smaller y. Let's see what that means using 8 and 3 as an example with this generic equation. So y is going to be equal to 3. That's going to be equal to, remember, 24 is a constant. That's going to be where the k position is, so that's here. I'm going to put 24 in the numerator position, divide that by, and x is the number of people. That's going to be 8. Does this check out? Is 24 divided by 8 equal to 3? It is. So that shows that this generic equation does explain the relationship that we have here with this example. Now we have a similar but different example. So we're going to be looking at the number of slices on the x-axis, which is down here, and the cost of the pizza you'll have to pay for on the y-axis, which is over here. So 1 slice of pizza, the cost per slice is $1.25. Keep in mind that the cost per slice is not going to change no matter how many slices you buy, right? So that's going to be our new constant. I could use a different letter, but this is a different constant than the last one, of course. The last one was 24. This is $1.25. In this case, I'm just going to use K again because that's the general way you'll see it come across. So remember, that's the constant for this situation. So if you buy 1 slice of pizza, it's going to cost $1.25. If you buy 2 slices of pizza, it's going to cost $2.50, and so on. So I'm going to fill in the rest. Let's talk about where this y column comes from, which is the pizza cost. If we know the number of slices here, and we multiply by the cost per slice, which is just number of slices times cost per slice, we're going to get the y value. So slices will cancel out, and that's where we're going to be left with cost. So if you take the number of slices and multiply it by 1.25, that's going to give you this. It's simply a function. On this particular graph, each of these lines represents a $1.25 increase or an increment. So if there is one slice of pizza purchased, then that's going to be here on this line, and it's going to cost $1.25. We're going to put a dot right here. If there are 2 slices of pizza purchased, it'll cost a total of $2.50, which is halfway up to 5, so that's going to be here. If there are 3 slices of pizza purchased, then that's going to cost $3.75, which is here. And if we purchase 4 slices of pizza, that's going to cost $5, which is at this intersection. I'll fill in the rest of the dots. Notice something interesting here. All of these dots are going to fall along the same line, so it's easy to connect them. And we see this characteristic, easy to find shape for this kind of relationship. This kind of relationship is called a direct proportion or a direct relationship. The general equation is y is equal to kx. So instead of it being k over x, it's kx. So let's see how that applies with our example here. We're going to use 8 again, and we're going to use our general equation. So y is going to be equal to the 10. So that's $10. That is equal to $1.25. And what are we multiplying that by? That's going to be the number of slices, which is 8 slices. So you can verify that 8 times 1.25 does equal 10. So this generic equation makes sense for a direct proportion. Of course, there's another way you might see the relationship represented. Y is directly proportional to x. As one variable increases, the other variable increases too, or also, or as well. And as one variable decreases, then the other one will also decrease. That's the key characteristic of a direct proportion. Quick review of inverse versus direct proportions. This is the graph for an inverse proportion. It makes that swoop shape, and then a direct proportion will be a line. So the generic equation, y equals k over x for inverse versus y equals kx for direct. Y is proportional to 1 over x for an inverse relationship, and y is proportional to x for a direct relationship.